although a lot of what I'm doing will be the same thing, I do want to recap kind of everything that I've done so far. And I know I just jumped in, at the end of last year, but I do want to recap my goals, where I've gone with them, what I've done. And then I want to jump into a little bit of next year and what that's going to look like for me. Hate to bring it back up, but let's start with 2020. 2020. We're not going to talk about the whole year because that would be very aggravating for me and you. We're just going to talk about my goals, the ones I set and how I did with them. And how I didn't do with some of them. So we have, just going to put that up there. The Christmas film. You may have, I didn't do that. So I really actually did try with the Christmas short film. Right after, kind of making that video about the goal, I did get started and I actually wrote a 12-page script for a short film for Christmas, and it was going to be fantastic. It was going to be inspired by Goonies and Stranger Things, but have a very, Christmas vibe to it, but it didn't happen. And here's why. Firstly, the job that I mentioned, fantastic. I'm so glad I got the job. I'm still working there. But it took a lot more time out of the day than I thought it would. So that added a little to my schedule. It was just these two things, we would have got that short film done. But we also had my weekly YouTube videos. I was making an effort to get those out every week. And, that on top of the job itself is already a lot to do. But I was still pushing forward with the script. I was like, I'm gonna find time for this. I'm gonna make it happen. I really was. I was planning on doing it. And, the job is not just a job. I mean, I guess you need a job to survive. The job is essential to this channel. Not this job, but any job, I guess, would be essential to this channel as I am trying to... Well, I'll get to that when I talk about 2021. So I was working on these three things. I was moving forward with all of them. And then, I talked about this in the last video, the miniature project, fantastic. It came out of nowhere, and it was honestly such a huge blessing to be able to work on that. It was great to further my skill, make a little extra money, and then also gain some connections that I didn't have before. This job too was an extremely cool opportunity because Jeff is going to post the miniature in one of his videos. And you guys know he has some subscribers. He's going to link me in it too, so hopefully that gives me a lot of traffic. I don't know, but I think that would be cool. With that taking up a lot of time, I think it was 48 hours. No, I think it was 50 plus hours that I worked on that project. My full-time job, making YouTube videos each week, and then 50 plus hours of making a miniature. The Christmas film knowingly dropped to the bottom on my priority list. That's accurate. But there was something else that happened. Something else on top of all these things that was put on the top of my priorities. So my brother texted me about this film contest that's happening. Basically, this bank is putting out a contest for anyone to make a 30-second ad with the theme of no gotchas. Now I'll explain what that means because it kind of does not make sense. And as you know, some credit card companies have a shoddy past of getting people in the fine print. This credit card company thought it would be cool to target that and sort of poke fun at these gotchas or these fine prints that other credit card companies have in order to juxtaposition that their credit card company does not have any of these. You'll be perfectly safe and of sound mind using this credit card company because they've got no gotchas. So that was the theme going into it. It had to be 30 seconds and it had to include some sort of example of fine print going bad on someone. And the prize is $10,000. So me and my brother Wyatt decided to tackle this, and maybe we'd win. I forgot to put this up there. So me and my brother's busy schedules, we managed to find a time where we could work on this, and that was the day before it was due. So he comes over, I have work in 2.5 hours. He just got off work. We film it. We have about 15 to 30 minutes to edit this thing, and then he takes it and he does finishing touches while I go to work. He submits it, done. I tried not to think about it for a few weeks, and I got back to work on this stuff.
Thank you, YouTube. It's been a pleasure. Hey, keep the pen. Here at Prime Insurance, we got you. We got you. Whoa, sir. There's no skateboards. You know, fun, danger. We have your safety to worry about. What? Sir, you broke the contract. I'm gonna have to take this back. And these, you won't be needing them because the car is ours now. You little girl, I'm sorry, but your dad really messed up. Oh, and this? You guessed it. We got you.
And then we won. My brother called me while I was on break at work, and I was like, what? And then he told me that we had won $10,000. Yeah, I still, it didn't hit me then, and I guess it still hasn't hit me, because that's crazy. We've talked about what we're going to use it for. Let's just say we have some plans that could use a little bit of extra funding. Short films. With YouTube, which I finally got the motivation to start this year, a job which I didn't have for months prior, a miniature project under my belt that was totally unexpected, but an extremely great opportunity, and then a film contest that we won. 2020, was a year, as people might say, but the end of which I'm very happy with. And that leads us to 2021. I thought I'd put my goals, these are my goals in 2020. The Christmas short film is down there. So, but some of these goals carry over. First of all, YouTube, that's definitely going to be a priority weekly in 2021. I'm still continuing to make an effort to make weekly content. I know I missed a week. That was actually the week I was working on the miniature project. I missed 1 week. I'm sorry, but I'm going to continue to try and make weekly content. Maybe it was 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm sorry for that hiatus, but it was worth it. Job, definitely keeping that in 2021. Not losing that, hopefully. So we have YouTube, job, and then, we made that short film, and that was a great experience. I've always been trying to make more short films, so I'm gonna make that in 2021 a goal to make short films. I haven't designated how many I'm going to make, but I know I want to make some for sure. I thought about maybe doing a monthly short film. We'll see how that all works out, but I'm definitely going to be making short films. Something that I can collaborate with people on, which I'm super excited for. It's great making content alone with me in my head, but with short films, it's getting a team. It's working with people who are better at me than other things that I can't do. It's a fantastic experience, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to doing a lot more collaboration. That'll be fantastic, and that's why I don't want to sock out on this one. I want to make sure it happens. This one, so excited for this one. I really, really hope it happens. And again, there's no guarantees with things like this anymore because of last year, but making a huge effort to make this happen is travel. I know I've talked about that being part of my channel, like a huge part of my channel, but I want that to start next year. This year, 2021. Now I know there's all sorts of, guidelines and dangers of travel right now, but I'm hoping that that will clear up at some point this year. But I've got some money saved up from my job and from other things that I'm ready to put straight into travel. And I'm so excited for the videos that'll come out of that, because I'll go into these trips with the mind of making content. Like, that's my purpose for travel, is for the trips we'll be making content. Unbelievably excited, and I'm anticipating for when that will be possible. And as soon as it is, I can assure you, I will be gone from this location. I won't be making videos anymore here, in other places, making quality content. But that's one of my huge goals. So, you know, we got, just a recap, I'm going to try and make content weekly for YouTube, for you guys. I'm going to hopefully keep my job. I'm going to make short films this year, which I'm so excited for, and then travel. And that will unlock so many more opportunities for completing my goals. For 2021, for this year, I'm very excited.